Ladies and gentlemen, Rigathi Gachagua is clearly playing some dangerous games with William Ruto. And by the time William Ruto will realize, it will be late. For those who've been following the politics of this country very closely, it was clear at some point that William Ruto was trying to isolate Rigathi Gachagua and that he was trying to elevate Musalia Mudavadi. Yesterday, Rigathi Gachagua held some high-profile meeting with Mount Kenya Billionaires. He organized it under the banner of Mount Kenya Golf Tournament or Festival. Remember, golf is a game of the rich. It's not a game for the poor. Let me just read for you what Rigathi Gachagua posted after that meeting. This is what Rigathi Gachagua posted. The business community plays a critical role in shaping any nation's economy. They create the much needed jobs for our country. Meeting and exchanging ideas with professionals, business leaders, captains of industries, and business class during Mount Kenya Golf Club at the Nyeri Club was a moment to reflect on the progress of our administration's the plan. Key among the issues, resuscitating our economy, reforms on the agriculture sector, notably in coffee, tea, milk subsectors. We also took time to discuss the need to forge a one Kenya united to make our nation better, where everyone is free and lives a dignified life. Now that is what Rigathi Gachagua wanted you to hear. But the juicy part of this story is the leaders who attended, or the people who attended this event. If you read here, among the tens of leaders at the Golf Fest included professionals, business people, and political leaders from the 10 counties in Mount Kenya region, including governors Mutahi Kahiga Nyeri, Muthomi Njoki, Tharaka Nithi, Joshua Irungu Laikipia, Irungu Kang'ata Murang'a, and Deputy Governor Nyeri. So which means Rigathi Gachagua is now bringing the governors, and then it proceeds that the senators, there was Senator Wahome Wamatinga, Nyeri, Kamau Murango, Kirinyaga, John Methu, Nyandarua, John Kinyua, Laikipia, Tabitha Karanja, Nakuru, also Senate Deputy Leader, and Veronica Maina nominated. So you can get the senators there. Then he goes ahead and lists, I can't even count them. I think these are over 20 or 30 MPs from the mountain who attended this event, and is mentioning them by name. Like members of parliament present are Sabina Chege, Jubilee party leader, a nominated MP. Maina Madenge, Nyeri town, mentioning them each by name and by constituency. He even includes Kanini Kega and the nominated, Kanini Kega and Maina Korobia, the East African Legislative Assembly. Then he goes further and even includes the names of former MPs and the other senior or industry leaders from the mountain he's including. Why do you think Rigathi Gachagua is including all this? He's sending a strong message to William Ruto. And one thing we should not forget, that this event was actually boycotted by members of parliament who are assumed to be allied to William Ruto. Kimani Ichung'wah was missing here. Ndindi Nyoro was missing here. Of course, even the governor for Nakuru, Susan Kihika, was missing. Who else is allied to Ruto? All those who are perceived to be allied to Ruto, people like Moses Kuria. Moses Kuria would have attended this event, but he was missing. Why? It's because Rigathi Gachagua is trying to consolidate. And for you to understand that, today William Ruto is in Nairobi, because in this video, I want to explain to you guys this dangerous game that Rigathi Gachagua is actually playing on William Ruto. So you will spare some more time again. Now, William Ruto is actually in Nairobi today, and Rigathi Gachagua is in Nyeri for another church service, I think, and is quoting the Bible, Matthew 6, this then is how you should pray. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. It is another blessed Sunday to give thanks to the Almighty God for his mercy upon our nation and the gift of life. I'm delighted to join the faithful of Muhiti PCEA Church Mukurweni Nyeri for today's service. And another important aspect here, if you look at the leaders who have accompanied Rigathi Gachagua here, I am with the host MP, John Gahushia. Nyeri Deputy Governor is here. The Nyeri Women Rep is there. Then, from Nairobi, where Ruto is, there are 2 members of parliament from Nairobi who actually decided not to join the president, but they decided to take road to Nyeri. This includes the Embakasi Central MP, Major Donk, and Roy Sambu MP, Kamande Mwafrika. And again, Rigathi Gachagua is listing all these MPs by their names. So in my view, I think Rigathi Gachagua is sending a very strong message to William Ruto. Remember, when William Ruto started these games, Rigathi Gachagua actually warned him against political betrayal. So in this video, I want us to do a critical analysis about Rigathi Gachagua's objective yesterday by meeting these business tycoons from the mountain and why William Ruto should actually be worried. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. And by the way, let me also use this opportunity to thank those individuals who are seeing their names there for the coffee which they sent earlier, and I'm so grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, what is Rigathi Gachagua up to? For me, number one, Rigathi Gachagua is keen on consolidating Mount Kenya, not for UDA, but under Rigathi Gachagua. If you follow William Ruto's politics, Mount Kenya was actually under William Ruto. And this is why Ruto should be worried. What Rigathi Gachagua is doing is basically to rally Mount Kenya, probably for William Ruto for 2022, but not through Ruto. Rigathi Gachagua wants to be the man behind Mount Kenya. That if William Ruto wants to come to Mount Kenya, he will have to come to Mount Kenya through Rigathi Gachagua.
From where I sit, my boss, President William Ruto, and I, the elections are over. And we want all Kenyans to be one team, to be one people for the development of this country. This region, during the last election, we were divided to a certain extent. 87% voted for President William Ruto and I, 13% exercised their democratic right as it should be and voted the other way. But now elections are over. I have on record inviting the 13% to come we work together for our region, for our country. Because there is no enmity, there is no quarrel, there is nothing. The election is just like a sport. And you shouldn't take it beyond there.
I don't know how it's going to play out, and I don't know how William Ruto is going to react. But the truth is, William Ruto might also not react. Because remember, even in Bungoma, I did a video yesterday. Didmus Barasa is also planning to lead defectors from UDA party to Fort Kenya. So in my view, Rigathi Gachagua is consolidating Mount Kenya. Initially, Ruto would not have allowed this kind of a meeting to take place. He would have called members of parliament from the region not to attend those meetings. In fact, at some point, William Ruto would select the meetings members of parliament were to attend. In fact, leaders from Mount Kenya were never allowed to just converge for a meeting, 3 or 4 or 5 of them. They were only allowed to meet where William Ruto is. So what is Rigathi Gachagua trying to do here? I'm seeing defiance. I know those who are in Kenya Kwanza will disagree with me, but with the time, I know you'll see the sense. Number two, I'm also convinced that Rigathi Gachagua is clearly out to send a strong message to William Ruto in case William Ruto is trying to shortchange him. In short, I'm seeing Rigathi Gachagua finally playing politics with William Ruto. Because William Ruto began that politics. Rigathi Gachagua is now playing that politics. Do you think Rigathi Gachagua will be William Ruto's running mate again? Because at some point, Kenyans had actually started that discussion. That Ruto would dump Rigathi Gachagua, probably have Musalia Mudavadi. Can Ruto win the presidency minus Mount Kenya? I'm just asking you. Of course he can win, but only if he's assured of the support of Raila Odinga. And because Raila Odinga is now shifting that support to Kalonzo Musyoka from what I'm observing, William Ruto is now keen on getting the support of the Western Bloc because he is not sure about the mountain, how they will react to Kalonzo Musyoka's presidential bid with Raila Odinga support. But Rigathi Gachagua is telling him, I have members of parliament. Do you think it's easy? I mean, we are not new in this country. Rigathi Gachagua has been here with us. Rigathi Gachagua has been attending political events. Rigathi Gachagua has been attending church service. How come all of a sudden Rigathi Gachagua is listing for you guys all these people as having accompanied? Previously would have been the governor, blah, 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 and host of members, several members of parliament. I mean, why would Rigathi Gachagua list? Just look at this list. Why would Rigathi Gachagua list for you all these people? Why? All these members of parliament? Why? This is a serious list. He's doing that to send a strong message. He's not out also to play politics. Number three, I'm sure Rigathi Gachagua is out to take control of UDA party in the mountain. UDA party elections is coming up in December, but I'm not sure whether it's going to happen. Yeah, because these dangerous games Rigathi Gachagua is playing, Ruto might not accept. But Rigathi Gachagua is keen on taking control of UDA in Mount Kenya during the nominations. And he's also keen on doing that in Nairobi. And that's why you saw those 2 members of parliament from Nairobi going all the way to Nyeri. Yesterday, the deputy governor for Nairobi was also with Rigathi Gachagua. So basically, he's telling the leadership from Mount Kenya that if you want to win any seat in UDA, please follow this direction. I'm going to lead you. Because I'm not sure whether William Ruto will directly go to the mountain to campaign for his candidate. Or he probably, if he has a lineup, I don't think he would be willing to take that route. I'm not so sure. Number 4, which is very, very important. What I'm seeing here is clearly what we should be expecting moving towards the 2027. Rigathi Gachagua is already playing the 2027 political card on William Ruto. You know, how did Rigathi Gachagua manage to force Ruto to nominate him as the running mate? How? Those in the know say members of parliament wanted Professor Kithure Kindiki. William Ruto personally wanted Ndindi Nyoro. Then Rigathi Gachagua came. Rigathi Gachagua came with the money and his brand of politics. And remember, Rigathi Gachagua worked with Ruto very closely. So he understood Ruto. Just like Ruto worked very closely with Uhuru and he understood Uhuru Kenyatta. So he knows the games Ruto is trying to play. And he has realized that if he's not serious, if he will not be able to consolidate the mountain, he's realizing that he might not be chosen as the running mate. Ruto might actually decide to pick on someone else, and there's nothing he will do. By consolidating Mount Kenya, it means if Ruto brings the jokes to Rigathi Gachagua, what he will do is that he will simply move away with those votes, with those he support. Because for me, if you ask me, the mountain currently is slippery. Ruto has not really fulfilled some of the promises he made to those people. And therefore, those people are restive. I'm sure Ruto cannot really get. Of course, the mountain can vote for him, but I'm not sure whether they'll be excited the way they were before William Ruto became the president. And lastly, I think Rigathi Gachagua is also telling Ruto in a very simple term that politics of shareholding is going nowhere. The other day, you saw William Ruto in Nyanza telling off Rigathi Gachagua about the politics of shareholding. You saw him. Rigathi Gachagua told him off. He went to Kericho, told Rigathi off again over the issue of shareholding. Then Rigathi Gachagua from nowhere organized a meeting and is accompanied by the shareholders, several members of parliament. Yeah. If you are William Ruto today and you are seeing what Rigathi Gachagua is doing, would you be happy? You see what Rigathi is doing? That's exactly what William Ruto started doing to Uhuru Kenyatta. And by the time Uhuru Kenyatta realized, it was late. At some point, there was a story which I read in the papers, I think when Rigathi Gachagua started meeting these MPs, and some of them complained that Rigathi Gachagua is not doing much in terms of facilitation, that is not giving them enough money to go to the ground the way Ruto used to do. So maybe Rigathi Gachagua has found some money somewhere and is now giving. And maybe that's why he's bringing on board these tycoons, the politics of shareholding. The idea behind the tycoons is if it's business, it is Mount Kenya. If it's numbers, it's Mount Kenya. Otherwise, golf is a tournament for the rich. And, if it was just golf tournament for Mount Kenya Golf Festival, we would have even seen the federation behind golf in the country gracing it. We would have seen senior golf players just gracing the event. So this event yesterday in Nyeri was a clearly political event by Rigathi Gachagua. For you to understand that, let me read for you as I conclude what the former Nyeri town member of parliament, Wambugu Ngunjiru, posted. Because what Ngunjiri is posting is totally different from what Rigathi Gachagua posted for us. This is what Wambugu posted because he also attended this meeting. He posting, Rigathi rallies the region around unity for value. He says, buffaloes graze together because each sees the value of their unity. This value is within and without. When we come together as a region, we also do so to add value within and without. Internally, we challenge each other to be better. Externally, we leverage our strength and make Kenya better. The efforts by Rigathi Gachagua to unite the region around President Ruto will achieve 3 things. Just listen clearly. Number 1, this region unity played a major role in putting this government into office. So basically, Wambugu Ngunjiri is reporting that they discussed the issue of shareholding. They are major shareholders in this government, and therefore you cannot really ignore them. And number 2, this region's unity will ensure the region's interests are fronted and centered throughout in this government. So basically, the interest of the Mount Kenya, what I was telling you, that probably the mountain feels that William Ruto has not really achieved or fulfilled some of the promises that he made to them. And number three, this region's unity will guarantee President Ruto his full 2 terms. So, if William Ruto managed to become the president with the support of the mountain, which other unity? Which other unity? That's what I'm asking. Which other unity are they looking for? Because the region united and voted for Ruto. Which other unity will now guarantee Ruto this time, second term? So which means if they're not united, that second term is not guaranteed. And that is the message these guys are sending to William Samoei Arap Ruto. I don't know what to think, but that's my take. Please, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the video up to this stage, please let me know in the comment section that Lee, I have enjoyed. Until next time, Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.